Man, we of course, some of y'all know that we have our own distribution company.
Yeah.
We deal a lot with music. We deal a lot with artists. We dealt with thousands of artists over the time we've been doing Trackstarz. And, we because of that, we have to look at a lot of industry reports and industry trends. And it appears that hip-hop is kind of struggling right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's still the number one genre.
Yeah.
But it's losing its grip to a certain extent. So is hip-hop dying? What'd you find?
Well, here's real quick. We're kind of talking about people in the industry. And Ebro Darton is a big-time personality, radio host of Hot 97 in New York, but he also does stuff with Apple Music. And he said something that was really interesting, and I was like, ooh, this is really the reason why. He said, I got a call saying it should be noted many major record labels have deprioritized signing rappers. The focus is now African music and Latin music. Rappers better stop being boring and talking about the same stuff over and over, chasing TikTok success in comment sections. So once the labels kind of pull away, that's a scary sight. That's something. Labels are normally just looking for what's hot.
Yeah.
But for them to say, this ain't hot, let me pull back. Let's go to Afro beats and other more type of Latino music. That's crazy. That's crazy to say, like, yo, that's an interesting situation.
It clearly has been leaking that way. I've been seeing more and more. We have reached signed Limo Blaze. It's a lot more international flavor happening. Yeah. And I think we're stretching the limits of what we're calling hip hop at this point. Like, I think hip hop has evolved so much that it honestly could have been called 3 different genres, honestly.
Yeah.
But we've fought to keep it all called hip hop, but now we're kind of reaching this. This sounds different now. Like Afrobeat stuff, that's a different thing.
Yeah, Afrobeats is Afrobeats.
But there's a lot of hip hop artists rapping on them, so they still call it hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It sounds like it's changed.
No, but I think what they're talking about is like Afrobeats in itself. They do have people in there that do rap over some of the beats, but then they're talking about more like that genre. It could be like, I don't know, like hip hop Afrobeats. I don't know, but they're talking about people that are like rapping over a like not like a style of beat, but just rapping in general.
Yeah,
like a hip hop artist, and I think they're getting tired of it. It's like it's not progressing. But in my mind too, it's like, but that's on y'all too, because y'all not trying to find nobody. You're not trying to find somebody with some substance. You're just trying to find what somebody's numbers look like.
But how do you reconcile this? Because even if they did, the audience doesn't care. The audience does not care about lyrics.
That's true.
They do not care. Like if Jay-Z would have come out right now, he would struggle. They don't care.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have to have this specific type of sound. You gotta have this specific type of look, and that's what's working the best. And it ain't even working.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so
you still got
you
still got some people that are lyrical people in this. Not new.
These are just carryovers from the time when it still was.
Yeah.
Who's coming out fresh?
I mean, it's
that would have been hot in the 2000s.
I mean, I know people, but they're more like they're on their come up. They're not like in the mainstream right now. So, but I mean, even though, like, what would you say about the baby? Did you say he's like fast rap?
No.
Mumble? You think he's mumble rap? I understand what he's saying.
He's closer to that than you think the baby would have came out
in the 2000s? Oh no,
and still done well.
No,
like he didn't. Does he have the skill set as a rapper?
I mean, he can rap. I think he can rap. I'm not saying that he can't, but I think his style is more for today than it is.
Of course, I'm the style. I guess I can't really fault the style. Styles change, right?
Yeah.
But in the style, they're usually, even as styles change over time, you can still find the dopest person, right?
I see what you mean.
The Rakims, even in the 2000s, late 2000s, Lil Wayne was, even people who didn't like what the music was doing at the time would still be like, yo, that kid is good.
Yeah.
Where's the that kid is goods of today? I know we had JID, we like JID, but he's not blowing.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people like him where it's like they may not be that big on mainstream festival. I mean, but they're not be big mainstream wise, but they're killing festivals or they're killing like their space that they're obligated to.
Here's the problem: the handoff didn't work. there were a couple of guys who were actually legitimately good. I feel like Triple X was actually a good artist. Yeah. Like, he was really good, but he died. But there were key moments that people just they got killed.
Yeah, Juice WRLD,
Mac Miller,
yeah,
Pop Smoke, all of them. Like, they were killed. So there was a potential to hand off to a new group of people, but they all, like, literally back to back to back, all got killed.
Well, I'm just saying this at the end of the day. Maybe somebody's thinking maybe it's Christian hip hop's turn. I'm saying maybe. And maybe it's the time for this.
But when you say turn, that means that you're assuming that the mass public
and that's
is
the
going to turn towards Christian hip hop as their majority pop culture music. That's what y'all are waiting for.
I think that's what we're thinking could happen. Because I asked that question too. I asked that question this week. I was like, what do you say we are in this era? Like, what do you feel like Christian hip hop are? Do you think we're in the golden age? Like, I said, let's use hip hop for the example. And are we is CHH in the golden age, the golden era of hip hop? Or are we in the bling bling era of hip hop? Or are we in the blog era of hip hop? Mm. And some people were saying they feel like we're in the blog era of hip hop. And then some people saying they feel like we're in the bling era of hip hop. I feel like we're still in the golden age. I feel like we have innovation, but I think a few people know about us. And it's still bubbling though. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I could see a few artists crossing over. Yeah, but when you say crossover, you mean crossover from us to them.
I think people believe, and I think I'm still holding on hope, that the entire culture flips over to what we do. Not that they include some of us in it. That we are the popular music. Is that even possible? Yeah, you changed. You changed.
Well, because I think, here's the thing, Sean. I think you still got to have music that goes to places that people want to have a good time and they don't want to be judged in those places. Yeah. So if you're making creative music, your music could sound like today, but if those lyrics is biblical, it's going to turn people off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it even possible? Because
people can make an impact.
If it's actually Christian music, can Christian music even be palatable to that many people? Is it even biblically possible is what I'm asking.
Did Kanye win?
Did Kanye win what?
With Jesus is King.
No.
You don't think so?
If Kanye wasn't Kanye, Jesus is King would have flopped. Am I lying? Donda did good, but Donda was a mixture of ratchet and righteousness. This is what they wanted. Right? Jesus King was... If Jesus King was good, could it have done?
Wait a minute. Okay, so why do you say that? Why is Jesus King
good.
Bad?
Yes.
Like the whole thing?
Yes.
The whole entire project from start to finish.
There were a couple songs I liked, yeah.
What songs you like?
Man, I don't remember. What was on that?
On God was on there?
On God was cool.
Follow God?
Yeah. It just wasn't good it didn't sound like great.
Yeah.
It sounded like a new Christian was given a really big budget. Is that not what it sounded like to you?
That's funny. That's messed up too. That's funny. That's good. Hey man, I just got saved. Can I rap about Jesus? Hey, here's the budget. That's what you said. Just happened.
Yeah.
He had a few songs.
He had a couple beats on there, yeah.
He had a few songs.
Couple beats.
I agree, man. People looked at me like I was stupid when I said that.
Couple of beats were dope.
Like that Kanye
but the lyrics were terrible.
Yeah.
The lyrics were terrible. But you said Donda was better.
Donda was a better sounding album, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a mixture of
ratchet and righteous.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm saying, going back to what we're saying, I'm saying that some of our people are good artists. I just think, even with a good budget, like you said, they can do some things. But they just got to understand that this world you're going to have some people that they're just not going to like their stuff because they love their sin more. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why I'm like the whole culture movement of Christian hip hop. Maybe because there are two branches of Christian hip hop emerging, where is more of like I'm a Christian, but I'm just making like cool music type vibe, and then there's like the still like Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
So I think there's two branches emerging in Christian hip hop. So maybe the
Yeah.
I'm
just vibing. Guys could possibly become the.
But my only concern about that is like I think my concern about that era. I mean, anybody from whatever tree, whatever side, is that you have to be grounded before that fame comes.
Yeah, and that's why we exist here, is to make sure no matter what angle you are taking, if you really believe God is calling you to do this a certain way, trying to make sure that you're not lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to lie to yourself when you're true deep down. You don't even realize that motivation is I want to be famous.
Yeah.
Or I want to be rich.
Yeah.
Right? And you can say, I really love Jesus, I really love Jesus, I really love Jesus. But when you start getting opportunities and you start getting a little exposure, then the real motivation starts to rise up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's hard to fight it. That's almost too late.
Yeah.
So we're here to try and talk through some of these things, like try to figure out like how much of what I know was taught to me and how much of what I know is really in me.
Yeah.
And really kind of fight with that now before any of the success comes. So when you're tested, you don't fall like everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like we've just seen it too many times where everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian. And as soon as some adversity comes, you're like, man, screw this.
And it's real easy because I think the devil loves to promote people too fast. I feel like God is like, he takes your time to make sure all that in you gets out. I mean, the story of Joseph is the perfect clear of that. It's like, imagine Joseph as king when he was talking the way he was talking to his brothers. Like, he had to get that out of him to get to that point.
And sometimes God could let you have what you want.
Oh, that too.
As a punishment.
Yeah, that too.
Like, you sure you want that? I don't think you should have it. You want it? Okay. Go get it. And you're like, God blessing me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, good luck. So yeah, just be careful, man. Like, really make sure you are solid and you're constantly getting re-solidified. It's not just one time thing and then you out and you're good.
Yeah.
Like, you always have to go back and say, man, are we like Trackstarz? Are we straying away from our mission? Are we kind of getting seduced into things that are not of God because we think we're so close,
Yeah.
We've had opportunities where it's like, man, if we just do this and we'll be there, and it's like, yeah, but that's not really who we are.
Yeah.
That's not what God asked us to do. So
called you to do.
You constantly got to go back and never assume you got it.
Yeah, that's real.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.